Hello and welcome back. As you probably have gathered by now, I did a Drugstore face of first impressions, which is a video where you try products for the first time on your face. So I'm just quickly going to walk you through what I did. First, I used I don't even know how this is pronounced, either yin or han, high definition camouflage skin mix neutralize incorrect trio. Honestly, wasn't that impressed with it. The texture is very waxy, so I sort of struggled to place it on my skin. If it was slightly creamier, I think I would have liked it a bit more. I am going to use it a couple more times and then I'll update if I develop some more love for it. Next, I use the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour matte foundation, which is normally something I would steer clear of completely. I don't have oily skin. So what I did beforehand is I applied quite a bit of oil and moisturizer to my skin to mimic a oilier skin texture. Because I've been looking for a fuller coverage foundation, specifically from the drugstore to play around with when I want to do full makeup because I find those work best. Very impressed with the texture. I used a very light hand. I didn't want a complete base face, so it is nice to see that you can sort of control the application. I would say you need to be careful not to apply too much at a time. And I am impressed with the shade. It's number 11 Vanilla, a completely cool tone shade for my pasty pale face, and it works really well. After that, I moved on to eyeshadow. I did apply my own Smashbox 24-hour photo finish eyelid primer underneath because that's what I use underneath everything. And then I used the NYX Love in Paris C'est La Vie palette. I just wanted quite a natural look. I still have to go to a meeting and I need to go do some other things. So I didn't want to go all out with a very dark, very shimmery shades. The eyeshadows are okay. They're not the best that I've used, but you can definitely do worse for the price point. And I think it's a nice palette. I do love a neutral palette, but I find that I have so many shades that are repeated throughout various neutral palettes that these that have, I don't know, slight variations on the neutrals, like this olive green, I ended up quite liking. I think these are good palettes to have when you are growing your makeup collection. I then moved on to mascara, and this is Maybelline Lash Sensational Lash Multiplying Mascara. Thank you for that, Maybelline. And I've seen so many reviews, but I was sort of whatever about it. But very happy with how it combs and separates and sort of fans the lashes. Doesn't seem to give the most length or even the most volume, but I think it's a very good one if you have lashes that need to be disciplined a little bit. And if there's nothing specific, that if you just want an all-rounder mascara that's going to do a little bit of everything, I think this is a really good one. Eyebrows were really interesting. I used the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper in medium dark, and it very literally does plump your brows. I don't need much work in the brow department. At the moment, they're quite good, so I was just hoping it's something that's going to sort of keep my eyebrows in place. This seems to plump the hair almost like fibers do. You know, there's mascaras with fibers that sort of coat your own hair. And it also catches onto fine hair. So I actually had to clean up afterwards where it went into little fine hairs outside of my actual eyebrow shape. So if you have fine eyebrows and sort of sparse eyebrows, I think this would be a brilliant product to try. For myself, I don't think so much. It also, I think I overdid it. It feels a bit sticky and tacky. I'm going to play around with it a bit more. I'm undecided about it. Then by far my favorite product from this face is the Physicians Formula Nude Wear Touch of Glow palette. I am going to use it again tomorrow just to check how much of this was overspray, because there's a lot of shimmer, but I love it. It's a very fine shimmer, so I went with, you'll see in the Brick there are 4 shades. I went with the highlighter shade and the pink on my cheeks. Then I went with the 2 bronzier shades, just a little bit for warming. And then I went back for the highlighter shade and the golden shade underneath it, just to highlight across the center. and I am very happy to be this shimmery and shiny. This is basically my life goal, to look like this every single day. I know a lot of people try and avoid shine at all costs, but I think it looks radiant and lovely and full of life and like you have good skin. Lastly, I use this L'Oreal lip gloss with the ridiculously long name. Um, and this is it comes in all different finishes. This is the shade Rasputin Me. Yes, this is the shade Rasputin Me, and it's a matte finish. I absolutely love the finish. It feels very creamy. I think the color is brilliant. It's very brightening, very flattering, I think, on just about any skin tone. But I'm not convinced about this applicator. It's very messy. I had to go clean up so much afterwards. Maybe it's something that you just sort of need to get the hang of. It honestly is the first time that I've used it, except for swatching it on my arm for a blog post a couple of weeks ago. So another one I'm on the fence about. Not sure if it's something I'm going to go to the trouble of trying to learn how to use the applicator. It feels like it shouldn't be that difficult. It should be fairly simple. But I do love the shade, and the finish feels really, really good. So that is it. That is my Drugstore face of first impressions. I do apologize for the light that's a bit wonky. It's overcast, so clouds keep coming by. There's nothing I can do about that. Hopefully it wasn't too distracting or disruptive. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoy this type of thing. And you're welcome to leave me some suggestions if there's something specific that you would like to see in the near future. And then I'll chat to you again soon. Bye!